Okay, let's take a look around this 1965 VW Beetle. I presume it's a 1200. That's been customised. A little bit about this. We took this in part exchange a few months ago as one that had just been MOT'd and had just undergone restoration, but it did need quite a lot of finishing off. It had all been rewired and hadn't been done particularly well. It had electric windows fitted but weren't working, things like that. And we've just gone through it the past few months and got it running properly and made it nice and made everything work as it should. We've got all the bills for what we've done to it, and there's a whole load of history with it as well. Whilst it's a 65 model, it's been made to look considerably older. It's got things like a split rear window on it and things, and it has been featured at least a couple of times in the Volksworld magazine. So it's quite a well-known car in previous incarnations. But now it's white with a black roof. The roof is actually a vinyl coating on there, so you could take that off if needs be. And just have it as white if you wanted to, I guess. But so it has been made to look a bit. I'm not going to go through the full spec on the video because, frankly, I can't remember it. I'll have to look at my notes, and I'm not a Beetle expert compared to Land Rovers as we normally sell. But suffice to say, it's got GRP bonnet, I think, or was it no, steel bonnet by the feel of it. Flared wings on it. It's got one-piece doors, and so it's got electric windows on this one. It's got a nice set of wheels on it. It's also, I think, from memory, got a narrowed front axle. I'll have to refer to my notes, so don't make this a definitive list. But it has got a split rear window has been grafted in, and I think what's called a Pope's nose boot lid, I think they call this. That is fiberglass, as I think of the wings. And it's also been, just before we got it, it was completely retrimmed in black and white. So a nice sort of black and white motif going on here. Just walking around it, we'll pick out some good bits and bad bits. The paint is okay, but it's not wonderful. It's been, professionally repainted, but it is sort of bubbling up in one or two places. Just around the front here, there's what looks like a crack in the paint, about an inch long, just on the edge of the bonnet there. It looks like it's been touched in afterwards as well, but not by us. But scratch down there on the front of the bonnet. Wings look okay. It's attracting insects because of its colour. That all looks all right up there. Some bubbling just around here, around the upper door hinge, just along there and around the scuttle. Probably some filler in it there, I should think. Doors look reasonable from the outside. Poor finishing there on the finishing strip. Looks like it's been painted black inside. Few bubbles just coming up under the paint on the top of above the passenger door here, and again a crack in the paint just behind the B post, the top of the B post. In here, so interior is really nice actually, because it was recently retrimmed in black and white. New carpets, new door cards, new everything. Dash wise, dash has been cut a bit, obviously for these extra gauges. It has at some point had a high performance either Porsche or VW engine in it. The oil pressure gauge and the oil temperature gauge we haven't bothered reconnecting, but the voltmeter, the ammeter, the rev counter and the original fuel gauge all work, as does obviously the speedo. And those are the electric window switches there. It's all nice around there. You can see this was done years ago, I think, the split window conversion. You can see where it's some joins where it was let in. There's also one or two bubbles in the vinyl covering, especially on the edges and around the rear window. Around the back end here, all looks nice and tidy. Again, just some bubbling up on the very edge of the where the wing comes down there under the paint. I haven't managed to shut the driver's door properly. On the offside, it's okay. Again, some bubbling just above the offside door just there, but no paint cracking. And some bubbling on the base of the door. As I say, it's not a Concours example by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a rather striking looking one. Again, bit of paint cracking around the upper hinge on the driver's door that's been touched in at some point. But that's about it. It's a fun little car. Looks bloody good as well. I shall take it out in a minute and see what it's like on the road. I've done a few miles on it now, but take it out in the video. That's about it. My name's Simon. You can reach me on 0118 907 1495, or you can go to our website, which is www.motodrome.co.uk for any further info. We take part exchanges, we take Visa and MasterCard credit cards and debit cards with a 2% surcharge for credit cards, and we can have it shipped or delivered or sent anywhere you like in the world. Certainly the UK and Europe is no problem. Anywhere over and above that we have to put on a boat, but that's no problem at all. That's about it. End.